Good evening. I'm so glad to be back to scoping again. And this is my second scope today. So yay! I'm actually scoping twice in a day. I'm so excited. I just thought we would hang out tonight and just chit chat, and I had a few things that I wanted to share with you because I missed you all and I've missed you December's just been one of those months where we haven't had regular scoping, and that's okay, but I'm excited to get to January, and hopefully we will be back to more regular scoping. So welcome, so glad to have you all here. For those of you who are new, my name is Crystal Payne, and I'm the founder of MoneySavingMom.com, and I'm also wife to Jesse, and we have 3 kids. Catherine is 10, Caitlin is 8, and Silas is 6, and we are having a PJ party scope tonight, which means my hair is in a total messy bun, or I don't even know what you call that, some kind of blob, and I'm wearing my new Under Armour hoodie that my husband got me for Christmas that I am so excited about. Yay, Jody, you were able to be on. Hey, Jessica, you're on a date. Don't tell your husband. But anyway, so I'm excited to be here, and I had a couple things that I want to share with you all, and thought we would just hang out since it's the evening and just chit chat because I've missed you all. So it's a long wait at the counter, Jessica. Oh, I guess that's good. Cute sweatshirt. This is what Jesse got for me for Christmas, along with the She Reads Truth auto ship subscription, which I was super excited about. But the funny thing is that I did a scope. It was like a quick evening scope a couple weeks ago, or I don't know, a week and a half ago or something. And I said something on there like, I was like, I'm hoping that that's what I'm getting for Christmas. And then I realized, yay, Amy, you can comment. I realized after I wrote that Jesse was right outside the door. And I thought, oh no, he heard me say that. Like, that would have been embarrassing. And so then I came out and I said, did you watch my scope? And he's like, yeah, I watched the last part of it. And I was like, you didn't hear me talk about my Christmas present that I was hoping you were going to get for me or something. And he's like, no. And I'm like, okay, good. Well, so then he was like, what Christmas present? What did she say? So then he went and he watched my scope to figure out what it was that I thought that I was getting for Christmas. And then he got it for me. So I guess that's a way to drop a really big hint, but I didn't mean to, but it is, it happened like it happened, and I was excited because this was the Under Armour sweatshirt that I wanted, and I wanted to get the She Reads Truth auto ship program. So yeah, if you need to drop a hint, you can use scope. So yes, replay. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about, we've talked a little bit about hand lettering, and I wanted to show you my book because the other night when I did my scope in the car, when we were driving from Dallas to back to Nashville, I was holding the phone because my tripod was in my luggage that was in Nashville, and I can't hold the phone and show you a book and show you the inside of the book at the same time. But I wanted to show you. So this is my book, one of my goals for 2016, which if you missed my scope, I did a scope last night on my goals for 2016, and I also just posted on MoneySavingMom.com my 2016 goals and why I chose them. So one of my goals, my personal goal, is that I will spend 5 minutes every day in 2016 hand lettering. And this is the book that I'm using. This was actually a gift from Mackenzie Monroe, who is, many of you know from Periscope. Her handle is @boldturquoise, and she has a morning show that I just love, and I just adore her. But anyway, she sent this to me as a Christmas gift. She had no idea that I was kind of getting obsessed with hand lettering, and so when I saw the book, I was like, you've been reading my mind, girl. But also I knew that I was like, okay, I'm supposed to do this hand lettering thing. So anyway, I'm going to show you the inside of the book for those of you who are interested, because I know that a lot of you like to see this sort of stuff. So it just kind of goes through, and it starts at the very beginning and kind of talks about lettering through the ages, and it goes through and talks about different like Egyptian lettering and different things and how people used to write. It talks about the different types of fonts, and then it has so many illustrations. And what I love is that I get so many ideas of ways to letter things that I wouldn't come up with on my own, and then they make it look so doable. So I'll show you some of the different, so then kind of they show you how to take those different letterings and how to combine them into something really beautiful. And when you see the different parts and pieces together, then you can kind of think, oh wow, I could do that. Now, when I try to do it right now, it's not so great. But I have a lot of hope because I have a very positive personality, and I have a lot of hope that by the end of the year, my hand lettering is going to look like this. So they talk about the different kinds of, someone asked about the pens, they talk about the different types of pens that you can use. Thanks, Chris. I'm hopeful. I'm not extremely artistic. Like if I try to draw people, it's one of those things where when I move beyond stick figures, you're like, what was that you were trying to draw? Yeah, that is, stick figures are about the extent of my artistic ability. But handwriting is something that I've always had fairly neat handwriting, and so I'm trying to push past this whole I'm not artistic sort of lie that we can, wear, and we can let that kind of cloud our vision to say, I can't do this. And so I want to push past that and say, I'm going to try. Hand lettering could be calligraphy, or it could just be, it's basically like figuring out a style of writing that is your own, that you love. I mean, maybe someone else has a better definition, but that's what I have come to kind of take as my definition. So I wanted to come up with a style of writing that I really love, that I can write out quotes, and everyone is an artist. It is whether or not they stay that way. And I think we all have art that we create. So for me, my art is writing. That's my art. And my art is creating products. Like for instance, my art is I'm really good at marketing. So I can see and I can look at a sales page or sales copy or a book cover, whatever, and I can say that most of the time, not always, but I can say that will sell or that won't sell, and here's why. So that's kind of my art. And I've had to own that and say, I might not be able to draw anything but stick figures, but I have other art that I can create. Do you have an artist in your family that inspires you? Well, my great-grandmother actually was a painter, and I have dishes that she painted. She passed away when she was 104. So I got to actually spend a lot of time with her. I have dishes that I got to get whenever she moved from her assisted living into the nursing home. We got to choose some of her things, and I got some of her dishes. And so I have these painted dishes that are very, very painted plates that are very special to me. Okay, so I'll show you. It kind of shows you then how you would draw it out if you were wanting to do a really pretty finished product, and it walks you through that. So I am just working my way through this book really slowly, so I haven't even looked much at the back of the book because I'm trying not to just rush ahead like I am prone to do, but I thought you would like to see some of the inside of that book. And I am going to be posting. This is kind of scary for me because it's really putting myself out there. I'm a perfectionist. I like things to look really well. Like for me to get on scope with this kind of hair, that's not like me, but I'm pushing past that perfectionist and saying, I'm just going to be me. And so the same thing with my hand lettering, to say on Instagram, I am going to post my imperfect hand lettering as I learn and as I improve and as I practice. I'm going to post that. So I'm the MoneySavingMom on Instagram, and I just want to challenge and encourage other people to put your imperfect out there, because we never will improve if we're always holding back and saying, I'm not going to put it out there until it's perfect. So put your imperfect out there. That's really what I'm hoping to do. So the book, someone asked, it's Hand Lettering for Everyone, and it is by Christina Vanco. I'll hold it up close so you can see Christina Vanco. And you can get it off of Amazon. Your library might have it. This is one that has very good reviews on Amazon. There's a lot. Where are the PJs? This is totally PJs. Totally PJs. In my world, yes, this is PJs. So sorry if I disappointed you. Who's coming? Oh, did you want to come say hi? Okay, here's Mr. Silas. He got a haircut today. Ugh, you are getting too heavy for me to pick up. He got a haircut today because do you wanna tell them what you are doing on Saturday? You wanna tell them?
I'm going to be the ring bearer.
He's going to be the ring barrier, as he calls it. And whose wedding are you going to be the ring barrier in? Whose wedding? Nathaniel. Yes, my brother is getting married, and so he is very excited to be the ring barrier. That's a big job, yes. So actually all of the nieces and nephews are going to be in the wedding. I'm not even sure how many there are, but there are a lot of them. And there is even one that's a little baby. There's 10 of them? Mm-hmm. There's 10 of them, I guess. Are you sure? Including her? She has 2.
Wait, including who? Catherine?
Including Catherine's.
Yeah, 2.
So is it 12?
Yeah, I think it's like
I don't know.
12.
We'll see. It's going to be an interesting experience. Okay. Did you want to say hi? Okay, you come say hi, and then you guys are going to go. They're finishing the laundry because we're packing to leave again. Say hi. This is Caitlin. She got a haircut today, too. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Did you have something you wanted to tell them?
I get to be the junior bridesmaid.
You get to be the junior bridesmaid, yes, and you got to pick out your dress. Do you want to tell them what color?
It's blue.
Navy blue? Mm-hmm. You want to tell them about your shoes that you picked out? Look in the
wedges.
You got wedges. Do you want to show them?
Boots.
Do you want to go get them?
I can get them.
Okay. My little fashionista took a lot of effort to figure out what dress and what shoes would go together. And everything that I picked out was not the right thing because I'm not a fashionista and I apparently don't know what the styles are. So, okay, you want to show them? Okay, you want to
Yeah, I only took 5 minutes.
This is Catherine. You only took 5 minutes. That's right.
I took 5 hours.
And I picked them out for you. Okay. And these are the shoes that she's wearing. So, all right. Okay. Alrighty. Now you're gonna go finish the laundry for me. Okay?
No, we finished it.
You already finished it? Okay.
We finished one with load.
Okay. Can you go pack then? Can you go pack your suitcase for me? Lay your clothes out, and then I'll come check
There's
when you're done.
one more load.
Oh, okay. Do one more load. Okay. All right. You guys have to go downstairs and finish up your job.
Okay, come on.
Can you shut the door? Alrighty, got to see all my little nomads. Yes, so we are. I guess we're the nomadic family now. Okay, back to just missing Jesse, and I don't know. He's downstairs finishing up computer work. The life of a self-employed family. Okay, so I showed you the hand lettering book that Mackenzie, you missed. I think you just got on. Mackenzie from Bold Turquoise gave me that I am adoring. And I was going to also talk about this book, Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. I have been reading this book, and apparently I didn't miss the memo that this is required reading for all Christian women, because somehow Angie Smith, for those of you who know Angie Smith, she tweeted out at me one day when I was asking for book recommendations, and she said, "Have you read that?" And I said, "No," or she texted me, I think. Anyway, I said no, and she then basically started a Twitter campaign to get me to read this book. And I am kind of a rebel, and I'm not really wanting to give in to peer pressure, but since so many people wrote me basically saying, "Have you read the book yet? Have you read the book yet? Have you read the book yet?" I got the book, people, and I am reading it. And I kind of have mixed thoughts on it. Okay, so it is a little bit edgy, a little bit edgier than I would typically want to read. It goes into prostitution, talks about that a lot. I'm halfway through, so you can see where I'm at. I am halfway through. That's where I'm at. I am on page 255. And yes, it's fiction. And I guess because so many people recommended it, said it was the best book that they had ever read. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I posted it on Instagram the other day, and my Instagram blew up with people basically saying, "Oh, that's the best book I've ever read in my entire life." I'm not exaggerating. And so I guess I kind of had really high expectations for it, and I don't know. So far, maybe you can tell me, maybe the last half of the book is like just gets to be amazing or something. It's good, but I wouldn't put it up there like the very best book that I've ever read in my entire life. It's not on that level, but I'm halfway through, so we will see. Maybe I'm gonna try to finish the next half sometime this weekend, and then I will let you know. So, Darcy, thank you. You said you've tried to read it twice and you couldn't finish it. So so for me, if I start a book that's this thick and it's super, super, super good, I am going to stay up all night. I am not going to be able to put the thing down. And the fact that I read halfway through and I set it aside because life happened and I'm not pulling an all-nighter, because I've done that before, to finish the book, kind of tells you that it's not the best book that I've ever read. I love Tricia Goyer's books, especially her World War II books. You thought it was a pretty average book. Okay, so maybe, I mean, I don't think it's bad. I'm trying to figure out what it is that everyone's like, this is the best book in the universe kind of thing. So, but I will let you know. Maybe the last half will redeem that's right. Okay, so I also have something a little bit kind of quirky to share with y'all tonight, but we're gonna go there because it's my scope and I can't. And we're having a PJ scope. I love World War II. I love, love, love World War II. I mean, that sounds bad. I really enjoy, I'm so sad about everything that happened in World War II, but I really am fascinated by all the events of World War II and find it very interesting to study all of that. I'm very intrigued by all of it and find it very interesting to study it. So, World War I, oh, did you say no, you said World War II. Okay, good, Mackenzie, that's good. Who knew? I know, I'm a history buff. I actually was a huge history buff in school. Love historical fiction, yes. I should read Unbroken, and I have it on my shelf, and I'm so gonna read it. Every time that I pull a book, it's when I'm gonna be on a plane, and I have been told that that would not be a good book to read when I'm on a plane, especially on a plane over the ocean, so I haven't read it yet. Okay, so I also was going to share 2 things I learned from wearing the same clothes for 4 days in a row. For those of you who have been following along on my scopes, you know that we went to Kansas for Christmas and we tried to fly back to Nashville on Saturday, and there were tornadoes and storms in Dallas where we were flying through. Our flight, it got delayed and delayed. We sat on the tarmac for 3 hours and then it got canceled. We had to come back in. We got booked on another flight then 24 hours later, basically, and then that flight got canceled. So then we went back and we went back to the airport the next day. We got a flight, so this is 3rd day. We got a flight to Huntsville, Alabama. That was the closest that they could get us to Nashville. And then that flight got delayed, and finally canceled. And so at this point, the storms had cleared up enough. There were tornadoes and lots of storms, and they had cleared up enough that we could drive. So we rented a cart and we drove. So for 4 days, my luggage was not with me because I had checked my luggage, which I usually don't check all my luggage, but it was post-Christmas, and so we had all this stuff, and we were trying to kind of just stuff it in and get it so that we could get it all back, and it was kind of haphazardly done. And so for 4 days, you can imagine I was thinking about all those things that I just haphazardly stuck in that luggage that we put on that plane that then we couldn't get to for 4 days. And that was all of my clothes, all my medicine, my contacts. It was a lot of stuff. And the kids, we had 1 suitcase and 1 backpack from the kids that didn't get checked. And then they gratefully had each kept a Christmas toy, like Legos and a doll and some other fun things, so that they had some stuff to do, which we were very grateful for. But anyway, so I wore the same clothes every single day for 4 days in a row, including to bed, because I had nothing else to wear except for my daughter. If you saw on Instagram, I posted a picture. I raided my 10-year-old's suitcase for 1 day and was able to like squeeze myself into one of her t-shirts and her plaid flannel pajama pants because they fit me like capris, but I was so done with wearing jeans to bed and jeans all the time that I squeezed into that and did that for one day. But anyway, so what did I learn from 4 days of wearing the same outfit? Well, I wanted to share with you because all of life is a lesson and all of life is stuff that we can learn from. And one of the things that I learned is that I can get by with a lot less stuff. Really. I mean, I thought about it and I was like, yes, this isn't ideal, but you know what? I'm wearing the same thing over and over again. It would be nice if I could wash it. It would be nice if I had something else to wear to bed, but I can get by with a lot less stuff. So it simplified our mornings because nobody had to really think about what they were going to wear. They just got up and took a bath and then put it on again. And it made me think about myself a lot less because I couldn't really think about what am I going to wear. I just had to put on, well, take a bath and take a shower and put the same clothes back on again. And there was no laundry. We brought home very little dirty laundry other than what was in our luggage in Nashville because we'd worn the same thing for 4 days in a row. And you know, the other thing that I noticed is that we took care of our stuff a lot more carefully. It was like, don't stain that. You cannot stain that outfit because that's all you have. So let's scrub it off and let's make sure you don't spill anything. And I just thought we cared for our stuff so much more carefully because that was all we had. We weren't able to wash them at the hotel because we didn't have enough time. We were able to get a cheap hotel for, we had 3 nights is what it ended up being, and we didn't have enough time because by the time we got to the hotel and then had to leave in the morning to get on a flight, there just wasn't enough time for us to be able to wash and dry stuff, and there was no laundry service at the hotel, so we just had to do what we had to do. And you know, I was thinking about how, so number one, I can get by with a lot less stuff, and number two, I have so much to be grateful for. And that was really what I thought about. I thought, you know, here I kind of feel like whining and complaining a little bit that I'm having to wear the same outfit over and over. But at the same time, I thought, it's warm. It fits me. There are no holes. It looks decent. And it was just jeans and a sweater. And I had gratefully, Sense of Style had sent me these blanket scarves. And I had taken one of those blanket scarves. And that came in so handy. I was so glad I had it because it was really cold one of the days. And we had to be outside because we were waiting to get picked up by the shuttle for the hotel, and it was late at night and it was super cold, and I was so glad that I had that blanket scarf because I had nothing else. So it was a sweater and jeans and a blanket scarf, and that's what I had. But it was enough. It kept me warm. And I thought about how so many people, they only have one outfit, and maybe it's not even enough to keep them warm, and how I have so much to be grateful for. And so it just really changed my perspective. And it just taught me that, number one, I can get by with a lot less stuff. And number two, I have so much to be grateful for. So I was just thinking about that as I was re-wearing those clothes every morning. And I just thought I wanted to share that with you because I think I'm going to take the lessons that I learned from that and really bring them home and say, I need to get rid of stuff. In fact, I posted on my blog, MoneySavingMom.com today about how I'm going to do a decluttering challenge in January once we get back from this next trip, which is our last trip to take. It's our last hurrah of 2015, and then we get to start our year of rest. But I am going to do this decluttering challenge because I need to pare down, and the stuff just kind of creeps in, and I realized that I can get by with so much less. So if you'd like to join me, I posted on MoneySavingMom.com today, just tonight, about that decluttering challenge in more details, and it starts January 11th and it goes through the 28th, and the goal is to declutter 500 things. So we will see. I don't know if I have 500 things, but I'm going to go through my house and I'm going to see, does it spark joy? Like the life-changing magic of tidying up talks about. So that's what I wanted to share with you tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's kind of fun to do a little chit-chatty scope and for you to get to see my kids. And thanks so much. So many of you were so sweet to reach out and just talk about how you were praying for us, and just some of you emailed me and offered to do things when we were in Dallas for us, and that was just touched me so much, and you all are such a blessing and such a gift, and I'm so grateful. And I was thinking today about what I learned over the course of 2015 and what I'm grateful for and how I've grown. And one of the things that I was thinking of is how Periscope, I didn't know about Periscope when 2015 started, and I didn't know how much it was going to bless me and how much I was going to just fall in love with this way of communicating with people. And I just wanted to thank you all for being a part of that, and for showing up, and for your kind comments and your encouragement. You bless me so much. So anyway, I am hoping to be on tomorrow morning. I can't promise that it will be 7:30 a.m., but it will be sometime hopefully between 8 and 8:30 a.m. Central Time. And I'm going to be sharing with you my 10 favorite books that I read in 2015. Many of you have been asking for recommendations and for my list that I do every year of this, so I'm going to do it on the blog, but I thought I would give you all a sneak peek. So tomorrow morning, sometime between 8 and 8:30 a.m. Central Time, I will be doing a scope on my top 10 books from 2015. So I hope that you can join me then. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great evening.